Under overcast skies with a slight chance for snow, winds out of the northeast, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight, lows level off around 12. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 26. Get weather anytime by calling 824-6101 or online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Currently 28.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Time now for your expanded local news. I'm Reed Kamai. Casey DeVore was honored at the Taylorville City Council meeting. Amy Hagan was sworn in as alderman for Ward 2, and the city approved a proposal that would allow the city to borrow up to $18 million through Waterworks revenue bonds. The funding would be used for improvements to the city's water system. Casey DeVore was recognized as the Dispatcher of the Year, and February 3rd, today, was named Casey DeVore Day by Taylorville Mayor Bruce Berry. DeVore was quick to praise her other dispatchers, saying that it isn't her, but everyone that makes things work. We congratulate Casey DeVore on being named the Dispatcher of the Year. Amy Hagan was sworn in as alderman of Ward 2. Hagan says she's excited to be on the council.
Well, I think the primary reason is because I've been a resident of Taylorville. I'm going on my 27th year. And, I'm involved in so many different organizations in the community, from the Taylorville Public Schools Foundation to the Taylorville Food Pantry and the Christian County CEO program. So I think that those are all really worthwhile organizations that I've lent my time to over the years and have kind of given me an appreciation for the community, that I understand a little bit more about the population, who is here, who lives here, and an opportunity like this to represent Ward 2, but in addition to just represent every citizen in our city is really what my priorities are.
Hagan talked about some of her goals that she hopes to see for the city and says while she is there for Ward 2, she is also there for everyone in Taylorville.
I think my major goals, and granted, this is essentially a 15-month appointment, right? Yeah. But, I think we can all agree on the fact that we'd like safe streets and safe walkable sidewalks and streets that you can drive down. In addition to that, I think that certainly my stance will be to have an open door, an open phone line to constituents. I want people to know that I will be that open ear. I don't just represent Ward 2, but I represent the entire community. So I want anyone in the community to feel like they have that open channel to me. And quite honestly, I believe I would probably challenge the population of Taylorville to invest. And that investment can take on many forms, I mean, we don't all have the same resources financially, but we all have the ability to give to the community in one form or another. And I think that's probably the thing that resonates most deeply with me, is that we all have a part to play in making Taylorville great and a great place to live.
The council approved ordinances on an agreement between the city of Taylorville and the YMCA, purchasing a John Deere tractor and deck, the issuance of Waterworks revenue bonds not to exceed $18 million for improvements to the Waterworks system, and a loan application document for lead service line replacement funding. Several motions concerning the airport were tabled, but a motion to sign a joint funding agreement between IDOT and the city concerning downtown rehabilitation and a motion to establish a business license and software implementation were all approved. Under committee reports, the council approved in a 6-1 motion to remove some stop signs from Cheney and Adams and Cheney and Vanderveer, a purchase of an excavator, a warranty plan for the lift station, and approval of a dedication to the city for the Ridge Minor subdivision. Mayor Berry gave his comments.
Tonight we recognize Casey DeVore for Dispatcher of the Year. Great job by her and all the dispatchers. Thank you for approving Amy Hagan as Ward 2 Alderman. I'm looking forward to working with her on projects not only in Ward 2, but also the whole city. Thank you to the Water Department for repairing the water leak on West Main this past Saturday. Temperatures were well below freezing and a good job was done by all. Work will soon begin at the marina. Hopefully it will conclude by the time the lake is open. 57 days until lake season. Thank you.
The next city council meeting is set for February 16th. Taylorville police responded to a report of shots fired early Monday morning in the area of Illini Drive. According to police, officers were called to the area around 1:47 yesterday morning after a woman reported hearing 7 gunshots. Officers arrived within minutes and began checking the area on foot. While doing so, officers heard a door open and a male voice make a statement, followed by a single gunshot. Police say the shot was not fired at officers. Officers immediately moved to a safe position and contacted dispatch. Command staff, the Taylorville Emergency Response Team, and a certified crisis negotiator were called to the scene. A perimeter was established, and nearby residents were advised to remain inside their homes. At approximately 3:43 that morning, the crisis negotiator made contact with the occupants of a residence using a loudspeaker and issued commands for those inside to exit. About 15 minutes later, one person exited and was taken into custody without incident. 2 additional individuals later exited the residence and were also taken into custody, also without incident. A search warrant was obtained and the emergency response team searched the residence. No additional suspects were found. Crime scene personnel processed the scene and recovered several weapons. 2 individuals were charged in connection with the incident. Matthew Crowder of Taylorville, charged with reckless discharge of a firearm. Michael Gonzalez of Taylorville, who is currently on parole, charged with reckless discharge of a firearm and unlawful use of a weapon by a felon. The Taylorville Police Department thanked the Christian County State's Attorney's Office and Christian County Sheriff's deputies for their assistance. Taylorville schools will once again take part in the Illinois State Board of Education's statewide Illinois 5 Essentials Survey, giving students, teachers, and parents a chance to share feedback on school climate and learning conditions. Beginning today, students and teachers will be invited to complete the research-based survey, which takes about 30 minutes to finish. A parent survey supplement will also be available during the same survey window. District officials say the survey helps schools identify strengths, address challenges, and measure progress since the last statewide survey. The Illinois 5 Essentials Survey evaluates 5 key areas shown to be critical to school success: effective leadership, collaborative teachers, involved families, a supportive environment, and ambitious instruction. According to more than 30 years of research conducted by the University of Chicago, schools that score strongly in at least 3 of the 5 areas are significantly more likely to see improvements in student reading and math performance. Strong results have also been linked to higher teacher retention, better attendance, increased graduation rates, and higher college enrollment. Participation in a school learning conditions survey is required annually for all Illinois school districts under the state's Every Student Succeeds Act plan. Taylorville schools have consistently participated in the 5 Essentials Survey and will continue using it this year to track progress and guide improvement efforts. Principals and superintendents are expected to receive their individual school reports in May. Results will be made public on the UChicago Impact Reporting website in June and on the Illinois State School Report Card later this fall. Parent survey results will be included only in individual school reports. The Illinois 5 Essentials Survey is administered statewide by UChicago Impact on behalf of the Illinois State Board of Education and is completed online. More information is available at the number 5-essentials.org/Illinois. This portion of the expanded local news has been sponsored by First National Bank in Taylorville.
I'm James Kirk, Vice President at First National Bank in Taylorville. I get it. Switching banks sounds like a chore, but we make it easy. I've helped people and businesses move their accounts with less hassle than they've expected and more personal service than they've ever gotten before. We've been here for nearly 70 years, a true community bank that's not going anywhere. If you're ready to make a change, we're ready to help. First National Bank in Taylorville, First every time for nearly 70 years. Member FDIC.
Central A&M's High School Student Council takes charge of organizing several school events throughout the year. They include the typical traditions like homecoming and senior week, but there are also unique initiatives to benefit special causes and support local businesses. One of these initiatives was a breast cancer awareness fundraiser. Jesse Nielsen, president of the Student Council, worked the fundraiser into post-homecoming events in October, which is International Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
In the past, we haven't really fundraised as much as we have just had a game where we wear pink. And this year, my sponsors and me were like, we want to bring the meaning back to breast cancer. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we wearing pink? So we held a basket fundraiser where we had local businesses make a basket, and then we auctioned them off at football games and and volleyball games. And we made like over $1,500 doing that. And it was great to see the community involvement just being there and showing up. And we also sent out emails and Facebook messages to have breast cancer survivors come, and if they wanted to, they would be recognized on the field. We said words, we had a moment of silence, and I felt like it really brought the meaning back to like what Pink Night is.
The council will soon begin planning Senior Week. Nielsen, along with Vice President Emma West, are looking to include fun activities to counteract the sadness they say many seniors feel about leaving.
Well, student council usually gets together and we'll like formulate a like a theme week. So everyone will have dress up days all week. And then we'll put out posters usually like the week or 2 weeks before senior week to get people like looking forward to it. It can be put in the announcements and stuff like that. But the dress up days are really what get most people excited. And then if we have games at lunch, then they also get really excited about that. So that's fun too.
We know that we're going to have to plan Senior Week, which is going to be definitely more exciting this year because I'll actually be able to be like a part of all the like senior focused things for that. So I'm really excited to plan that.
You guys have any ideas right now what you're thinking for Senior Week as a group?
We've had talks of doing like a dunk tank in the past or doing like Pie a Senior. So I think something like that would be really fun to just make sure that like people get sad during Senior Week, and I want everyone to just stay happy.
Both officers say their experience on the council has helped them develop leadership skills, especially when it comes to organizing major events and delegating tasks.
It has definitely helped me be able to work with all different kinds of people because since I'm the president, I'm the one in charge of reaching out to people, or I'm in charge of delegating. Like when we have a big task, I've gotten so much better at being like, this group of people needs to do this. You guys need to do this. We can all do this. And it just makes it, I feel like it's made my work ethic better because I know how to manage what I need to do. And I also know how to give other people tasks to help me.
I'd say that it's allowed me to like reach out to people more comfortably. Like I will talk to other people on like a day-to-day basis, but being able to give them something to do while also like helping myself in turn and then helping the grand scheme helps a lot. And being able to talk to all the students without feeling like you shouldn't be, like you have a reason to, and that helps a lot too.
More information on Central A&M High School is available at the school district's website, camraiders.com. Jesse Nielsen and Emma West appeared as guests on the WTIM morning show as part of the WTIM High School Road Tours visit to Central A&M. Tracking farmers markets, how many are there in Illinois? Janie Maxwell is with the Illinois Farmers Market Association. More information on the Illinois Farmers Market Association is available at ilfma.org. It's a first for Illinois. A downstate emergency medical service now carries blood aboard its ambulances to treat patients during pre-hospital care. In Eureka and Goodfield, the program is being considered a game changer for Impact Life, which provides blood to more than 120 hospitals across Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, and Wisconsin. Kirby Wynn is the public relations manager for Impact Life. According to Wynn, each ambulance is equipped with a special cooler containing plasma or blood for victims in need. The program launched in early January, and Wynn hopes other EMS services across the state follow suit. Now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. 96-year-old Lester D. Southard of Taylorville died on Sunday. Visitation is Thursday from 10 till noon at Grace Baptist Church in Taylorville. The funeral service will immediately follow. Burial will be at Oak Hill Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. 81-year-old Edith Louise Moore of Mount Auburn died on Saturday. A memorial service will take place on February 13th at noon at Mount Auburn Community Center. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 67-year-old Terry L. Trulock of Taylorville died January 28th, which was last Wednesday. Visitation is this Saturday from 10 till noon at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. The funeral service will immediately follow. Burial will be at Oak Hill Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 68-year-old Kathleen Kate DeClerc of Stonington died on Thursday. Visitation is tomorrow from 9 till 11 at Holy Trinity Catholic Church in Stonington. A funeral mass will immediately follow. Burial will be at Old Stonington Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. 84-year-old Evangeline Ann Perks of Taylorville died on Thursday. Cremation rites have been accorded, and a celebration of life will take place at a later date. 74-year-old Robert Bob Clark of Taylorville died on January 26th. Visitation is today from 1 till 2:30 at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville, with the memorial service immediately following. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. And 88-year-old Sona Beavers of Taylorville died January 16th. A memorial mass will take place on March 6th at 10 at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Taylorville. Interment will be at Green Hill Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. Get local news anytime at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and every hour right here on WTIM, your only local news radio.
The Lady Tornado basketball team are on 96.5thechill.com